The statistics in the NFL are staggering for divorce and bankruptcy. Close to 80% divorced and bankrupt within 2 years of retirement. The day you sign your NFL contract, you're 6 times more likely to commit suicide. These are sobering realities. And if a lot of statistics can just be glossed over, but if you sit and you focus on those for a little while, you realize that it is a tragedy and a terrible crisis in our culture. That is, in my opinion, a big part of what the effect of the jersey is on people. It's taking men who have always played a sport, and if I'm very honest, most of them get into sports at 8 years old, and they're pretty good, and they're told that they're great, and they keep playing, let's say, football, and move on through the ranks of middle school and high school, and they're superstars at every level, always given the attention, and their primary job in the world is to play this sport. Well, they go to college, and if I'm real honest again, they continue to get attention, they continue to get special treatment, they continue to be put on a pedestal. Then they get in the NFL, and they're paid a ridiculous amount of money to do a job that's really just a game they've been playing for the last, 14 years. Well, that career is 2.5 years long on average. And so typically you're about 25 and a half years old, somewhere in there, and you are released out into the world. And from a work ethic standpoint, from a job skills standpoint, from a maturity standpoint, in a lot of instances, you are 8 years old. Because you're never faced with real life adversity. Your adversity exists within this crucible called football, which can be a crucible for growth and change and maturity, but in a lot of cases it just isn't. So within 2 years you realize that you're an adult, you've made a few $100,000, and you're going broke. The woman that you married, who may have married you because you were wealthy, you're running out of money and she's spending it. Y'all are fighting, losing money before long, divorced, bankrupt, and you don't have anything else to move on to. That's the negative effect that the jersey has on people. That's the reality of it. The Jersey Effect book is a spiritual and practical guide to help people change that reality moving forward, so that preemptively we reach into a culture, reach into young people's lives, and get them to think about when the career ends, because the career ends whether you're 10, 15 years old, 18 years old, 30 years old. It's going to end, and there's a little bit of a crisis whenever your athletic career is over with. The longer you play, the greater the crisis. So that's what the Jersey Effect is trying to deal with. It's trying to identify the crisis in people and get them to realize and admit that there is a problem, and to help them moving forward with their life. That's a huge mission of this book.